Pokemon is the most popular game of all time, and Shedinja is its most unique creation. With the ability Wonder Guard, he is only able to get damaged by moves that are super effective against him, like fire or flying for example, leaving him invincible to types like water, psychic, and ground. So this led me to ask the question, what if you were able to choose him as your starter? How far would you end up going? Would you ever even take any damage? Well, you will be relieved to hear that you can go pretty damn far. This may in fact be a shock to you, but the first battle definitely foreshadowed what was to come. The Zigzagoon was left absolutely clueless as to why his tackle did not affect the ugly looking bug type Pokemon that was levitating across from him. This has me feeling that Wonder Guard has got to be the best ability in the entire game. Feeling way too overconfident, I have to ask myself, will this be the easiest one Pokemon challenge on all of YouTube? Well, we'll both find out the answer to that question very soon. But first, I have to battle May, who chose the fire-type starter in this game, Torchic, who unfortunately belongs to one of the very few types that can actually kill the overpowered Shedinja. Luckily enough for me though, a level 5 Torchic does not have a fire-type move, so this battle went swimmingly. After finishing off May, I now entered the first of many, and I mean many, challenges to come. Roxanne, the rock-type gym leader. In a typical run, she along with her giant nose-looking Pokemon pose little threat, as two of the starters are super effective against their typing. Nevertheless, this is no normal run. I have a Pokemon with exactly 1 HP, so one hit, and I'm screwed. So I went in with high hopes, but in reality, my chances were extremely low. Alright, Geodude, let's try a sand attack. See if that works. He uses Rock Tomb, and it hits. And we are dead. That is attempt 1. Back to the drawing board. Alright, so obviously this will be a very difficult challenge, and because it is so incredibly early on in the game, I couldn't develop any sort of strategy to compete with her Pokemon due to the lack of TMs I could currently obtain. So I did what any rational human being would do and overlevel the absolute living shit out of my Pokemon. And listen, I know you're all gonna look down on me, but this challenge is absolutely unbeatable without being a little overleveled. And by a little, I really mean 25 levels over the next gym leader. The only way I was winning this battle was being able to one-hit her Nose Pass, so enjoy that. A lot of dancing from Nose Pass, but I think he's also dead. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, there goes the first gym leader. Let's freaking go. Shadow Ball. With the stab effect, this move will time and time again prove that it's Shedinja's most signature attack throughout the entire run. Emphasis on it being a regular attack, as that will prove to be very important as we continue on. I then went a couple houses down to obtain my first ever HM. Cut. This is important to touch on as obviously Shedinja can't learn all the HMs, so I had to obtain a Zigzagoon to allow me to complete it. Zigzagoon is also a fantastic HM slave who can learn essentially every single one but fly. The next segment of the game was quite literally a cakewalk. Both Brawly and Watson have Pokemon of two types that could not affect Shedinja. Lightning and fighting. And also, it probably didn't hurt that I was double their level. Time and time again, Shadow Ball proved to be the ace in Shedinja's sleeve. It helped me claim 2 victories over both Watson and Brawly. The worst gym leader of all time, and it's not even close. However, overleveling was not going to save me from the next gym, as I met my temporary match in the form of a shape-shifting chameleon. Being a normal type, Shadow Ball unfortunately did not affect him, so I had to hope that he hurts himself in confusion. Come on, please, please, please. Oh my gosh. Brutal, dude. Flamethrower is my kryptonite. Anyway, he didn't give me too much trouble, but it pointed out how vulnerable we really were if we weren't able to one-hit KO. And judging off the next upcoming challenges, something definitely had to change. But first, we proceeded to make an absolute statement out of Flannery and her pathetic fire-type lineup. Easy, 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 routine. I mean, come on, people. What do you expect at this point? This is easy money. Now it was time for the second actual challenge of this run. And this one was far harder than the first. The dreaded 5th gym fight with the character's dad, Norman. Let me break this situation down for you. Norman's gym consists of normal type Pokemon, who, when combined with being totally resistant to Shadow Ball, makes it essentially impossible for me to win because each trainer has at least one Pokemon that knows either a dark or flying type move that can obliterate Shedinja. So I had to think outside the box, which is definitely a little difficult for me. There were two glaring issues that had to be addressed in order for me to win. My only damaging attack, Leech Life, may actually be the worst move ever to be seen in a Pokemon game, as its ability to heal yourself gets negated by Shedinja's health. So I needed two things: a new damaging move and a TM that would increase Shedinja's ability to evade attacks. So I went with none other than Double Team, and to my surprise, Dig is a move Shedinja can learn. Dig will also provide an interesting layer to the battle against Norman because his ace Slacking loafs around every other turn, so maybe I can use that to my advantage. The battle began and Norman started with Spinda, who did not die to Dig, so I opted to go with Confuse Ray. And to my surprise, he switched to a Vigoroth, who was the first to feel Dig's wrath. That's very promising. Next up was Slacking, and man, the plan worked to perfection. Shedinja was able to go underground, allowing Slacking to miss his move Feint Attack, which is an auto kill because in fact, it does not miss ever. And because of Traunt, he wouldn't have a chance to kill me because when I got back up, he would be loafing around. It seems I have cheated the game. Norman would proceed to heal him, and I would use this strategy not once, but 2 more times to finally defeat Slacking. And just like that, he goes down. The rest of his party got absolutely wasted by Dig, and I had finally defeated Norman, marking the end of the early game. Next up was the 6th gym in Fortree City, which was home to a slew of a lot more issues. But first, I had to deal with a major roadblock in the form of this trainer right here, Birdkeeper Chester. Why was he such a problem, you ask? Well, this guy actually had the literal bane to my existence. Both Taillow and Swellow. Being both normal and flying allows Dig to be useless and Shadow Ball to be useless, meaning I have no damaging moves aside from Confuse Ray and later Swagger. The furthest I've ever gotten in these fights is killing Taillow by him hurting himself in confusion 4 times in a row. So I searched the Pokemon Wiki for hours trying to develop some sort of strategy to defeat him, but no matter how hard I tried, I could never win. But then, something very interesting happened that I did not expect. Ooh. Whoa. What? Yo, come on, let's go. That's such a cop-out, but I don't care. As I was fast-forwarding the game, jokingly to see if I could bypass this trainer somehow, I managed to run by him. How did this happen? Well, Chester is a trainer that is known as a spinner, and in Pokemon, there is actually a way to bypass these trainers, done in a variety amount of speedruns. If you choose to sprint by them, they will always turn in the direction in which you are running and catch you, but if you walk and time it in such a way, you can catch them amidst their random cycles and walk by unscathed. I did not know this at the time, but looking back, I must have pressed a random assortment of buttons and got very, very lucky. I moved on from this situation a changed man. But just when you thought this challenge would get any easier, I entered the 6th gym and stumbled upon an unavoidable trainer, where I met my mortal enemy once again. I managed to pull off 4 Confuse Ray hits in a row, which has a 1.6% chance of occurring, but in the end, he inevitably got the best of me. I then took matters into my own hands, got rid of Dig for Hidden Power, which was only a temporary move because its power depends on the Pokemon's IVs, and spoiler alert, I never boosted Shedinja's IVs. With this newfound power, I got past the annoying Swellow. Now, Winona definitely posed a threat as Flying-type Pokemon are one of Shedinja's weaknesses, but with a little bit of luck and a little bit of persistence, we got through our first 4 Pokemon. Now you see this Pokemon right here? He gave me an idea of what kind of luck I'll actually be needing during the final battle of this game. Alright, here we are again. A fateful... I need to get so lucky, bro. I need to get so lucky. I need to get 2 in a row. Come on, please. Please, please, please. Okay. There is 1. Come on. Come on, please. Please. Yes! Let's go! Come on. You're gonna Hyper Potion, and then I'm gonna attack twice, and you're gonna be dead. Huge. Huge! And that is exactly what happened. But I can't help and feel like a much higher level Skarmory will give us a tremendous amount of trouble. After witnessing maybe the dumbest move in the history of Pokemon, I made my way to the 7th gym and got introduced to the trickiest part of this game, Double battles. You see, I can very much handle any 1v1 situation with Shedinja, but when double battles get introduced, shit hits the fan. I'm also abiding by the rules I set in the beginning, so double battles quickly turn into 2v1 situations. And in this particular version of Pokemon, they just love to have them everywhere and anywhere. To combat the issue of cheating, I caught a Zigzagoon, taught him rest, and made my way to the leaders of the gym. So they started out with Claydol and Xatu, who do not have any moves that could affect Shedinja. So a quick Shadow Ball to the face took out Claydol, but Xatu finished off Zigzagoon, which made it a 2v1 situation. Now Solrock was the next Pokemon, and he made this battle a lot more interesting, because he could use Flamethrower, a move that would absolutely annihilate me. But keeping in mind that Xatu could not kill me, I used him as a placeholder, took out Solrock, and finally finished off both Lunatone and Xatu with the Shadow Ball. Bam! First double battle complete, but this next one was by far the hardest part of the entire game. If I told you that in this space station lies the most agonizing battle a player with his Shedinja would ever go through, would you believe me? No, it's not the Team Magma grunts that I steamroll past. It's the double battle with Steven against the sorry excuse for an assistant leader, Archie. As I stated before, double battles are the hardest part of this challenge. And you would think having Steven as a partner would be easy, but what if he completely forgets how to play the game? Like for example using Reflect when I have a Pokemon with 1 HP. How is that helping? Anyway, the real reason that this battle is so godforsakenly hard is that the Pokemon I go against are Shedinja's Kryptonite. Camerupt knows Rock Slide, a move that hits both Pokemon in double battles and has a 90% chance of hitting. Over and over and over again I fall victim to this, and apparently he never misses Rock Slide. Not to mention that they also start out with Mighty Anna, who uses Scary Face, dramatically reducing Shedinja's speed. So even if I manage to take out either Mighty Anna or Camerupt, the following Golbat will always outspeed and use Air Cutter, ending the battle every single time. So I had to come up with yet another strategy to slip past this. So I'm going to put this very bluntly. The chances of me winning this battle were absurdly low. Like 0.003% type of low. The calculations to get to this number were based off the events I'm going to list now. And keep in mind, these needed to happen in succession. I needed to start out the battle using Double Team, making Rock Slide miss, which has a 25% chance of occurring. Then, I needed to use Double Team again, which gave both Golbat and Crobat a 50-50 shot of hitting Air Cutter. The trainer AI needed to perfectly switch out from Camerupt, and while this is happening, I needed both me and Steven to be on the exact same wavelength, meaning I'm going to take out Camerupt, and when Maxie switches to Golbat, Steven needed to predict this and use Psychic. And if I was to take a guess, I'd say the chances of these things happening together would be around 5% for both. Finally, a few more things needed to take place, but you get the point. I'll save you from the explanation. With that out of the way, here's the attempt that won it. Maxie starts by immediately switching from Mighty Anna to Camerupt, which was something I had never seen before. I Shadow Ball the other Camerupt, prompting Golbat to be switched out, and as stated before, Steven needed to use Psychic, and it had to kill. Needs to kill. It's over. My only hope now was to use Double Team and hope for a miss. Oh! Come on, please, please. By God's grace, Steven chooses to use Psychic, killing Golbat. Mighty Anna gets switched in, lowering my attack, but after that, I got even more blessed. Earthquake. Holy crap. What is going on? Oh. I'm killing Camerupt. Scary Face coming in hot here. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. This might be the one. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, please kill. Oh my gosh. Please. Please. Oh. Yo, there's no way. There's simply no way. With Mighty Anna the only one left, and knowing no moves that can hit me, he meets a fitting end to Metang's Metaclaw. Now we can finally get to the late game, and eventually face the man that just won us this double battle. After completing the infamous 8th Gym Ice puzzle, I go up to Juan, Wallace's replacement, and give his entire party the work, further proving that Shedinja is completely overpowered when matched up against certain types. I was for sure overleveled for this gym, but up next was probably the most anticipated part of the video. Evergrande City and Steven. Now, in reality, before you get to Elite 4, you must pass Victory Road, where the game has you blow past the sick child and run through an assortment of wannabe Elite 4 champion trainers. We did exactly that with no problem. Now we must find out the answer to the question, can Shedinja beat the entire game? Well, let us begin. Oh wow. Oh wow, that's something right there. I need you all to remember, I may be level 100, but one hit and I lose. That's 5 trainers, 30 Pokemon, one hit and I'm dead. But the move return absolutely annihilates Sydney. He didn't stand a chance. Phoebe was actually the one trainer I knew when starting this challenge would not cause me any issues, as Shadow Ball is super effective against her whole Ghost type party, and combined with Stab, she too suffered the same fate as Cindy. The one-hit KOs do not stop with Glacia, the Ice type trainer, as this is the one trainer I may have been able to beat at a much lower level, because out of her 5 Pokemon, there are only 2 moves that could actually hit me, Crunch and Shadow Ball. Walrein. This would be the guy to live. This would be it. But I am, in fact, almost double your level, so oh, it's clipped. Oh, it's clipped. I thought I was dead right there. See you, brother. This is the first try, guys. Just want to let you know that. Drake and his Salamence was where I ran into my first issue. I mean, I guess you have to see what happens. It's inexplainable. And he can't be hit. But he's faster though. Salamence is a crazy Pokemon. Faster than level 100 Shedninja. That's wild. And he can't hit him. None of them can hit him. Dragon's not gonna do anything. And water too. He's got a Kingdra. Oh my gosh. Why does he use Dragon Claw first, I wonder? He could just kill me right off rip. Does the game want me to stand a chance? It's like weird, but you know, I'll take it. Return? Kill him? Oh my gosh. This is gonna be harder. A little bit harder than I thought. Because I'm dead here. It was in attempt 3 where I realized, without Confuse Ray, this challenge really is impossible. I don't know why you do that, but I like it. Confuse Ray is staying. Even for Steven. Even for Steven, Confuse Ray is staying. One more time. Come on. Come on, please. Make it easy. And you do. Back! A little nerve-wracking there. Thought we were going to have some trouble. Kingdra went down after a few Shadow Balls, and before we knew it, we were fighting Wallace, the Elite 4 champion, who, ironically enough, did not have a single Pokemon that could affect me. So I proceeded to Giga Drain Shadow Ball and just annihilate his party. So I did it. Elite 4 down, but there was still one fight that would inhibit me from sleeping if I did not complete. I am going to be straight up. The odds of me winning this battle were so unimaginably low that I'm not even going to try to come up with a number. Part of the reason why is that Steven's first Pokemon, Skarmory, was not only faster than my level 100 Shedinja, but also knew Aerial Ace, a move that doesn't miss. So it's over for me, right? Well, not quite. I was not stopping until I beat him, and spoiler alert, I did, but how I got there was quite insane. First off, I developed a strategy that involved a Quick Claw so I could maybe get past Skarmory, but that involved 4 Confuse Ray hits in a row, which alone has a 1.6% chance of happening. It has started. Is this winnable? Okay. Go. I just want to like... Can I beat him? And that's not even counting his 5 other Pokemon and the critical hits I need because Shadow Ball ain't doing it against Skarmory. So after 100 attempts of only getting past Skarmory one time, I had to switch it up. My only viable option in this case was to use Focus Band, which if you didn't know is an item that will keep Shedinja alive for 1 hit, but it only gets activated 1 out of 10 times. I also needed to use other items and the function Save State, which saves your exact position you're in, because I'm not joking, people, if I did not do this, the odds would have to be near 1 in a million for me to beat him. And just to prove that, I'm going to keep the percentage chance of me winning in the bottom right corner of your screen. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, here is the miraculous attempt. One more confusion. One more. Come on, please. This is it. Oh, live. Live. Oh! Ha. 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 Oh, come on. Oh. I feel like this needs to kill here. This has to kill. Please. Let's go! Come on. Come on. Fake shadow wall should kill here. It should kill. Super effective. Let's go! Down goes Clado. Come on. This should kill as well. It's happening. Come on, please! This has to kill. And it does! And it does! Come on! By the way, if you hear someone in the background, that is my brother because even he knew this moment was monumental.
Get legs.
Bang! Let's go! Yo, the other guys can't kill me. They have no moves that can kill me.
Oh my
Come on, bro! I don't think.
How did I come in for this?
I don't know. This is insane.
The time.
We're gonna confuse him.
If he just gets hit by this.
If he gets hit by it, I win. Come on, please. Please, dude.
Bang! Let's go!
Come on! Oh my gosh! Let's go. Alright, I don't think Aggron has a move that can kill me. I really don't. Come on, Pete. I really don't think he has a move. I didn't see H in power. He's got Thunder. It's not gonna kill me. Let's see. We'll take that all day. Recover. Took in Solar Beam. Solar Beam doesn't kill me. I'm like pretty sure. It might. Like, the Solar Beam kill me? No.
Oh!
You've done it!
Is there a better way?
Oh my gosh, dude. They said it couldn't be done. And he's beat Pokemon Emerald with just Shedinja. Come on, baby.
Ouch,
Insane.